My name is Vimbai Pachawo. I was born 43 years ago. I'm a mother of two. I come from Zimbabwe, which is a country in Southern Africa. And the best way to describe my country is through the national flag. Everything about Zimbabwe is contained in this flag. We have the Zimbabwe bird. The Zimbabwe bird is the national emblem of Zimbabwe. It comes from the bird called the fish eagle. In Zimbabwe, we call it hungwe. Its sounds, they are perceived to be a form of communication, like indigenous communication, indigenous form of communication. And our ancestors used to communicate through this, like a special sound would mean a special word from God or a special word from the ancestors. Then we have the red star. Naturally, a star is a symbol of hope. This red color on the star is also the red color on the main part of the flag. It represents those lives that were lost during the liberation struggle. So putting the red color on the star, it is a reminder to the future generation that they should always preserve the gains of independence. Black color, it represents the black majority of Zimbabwe. We have the yellow color, it represents the mineral wealth in Zimbabwe. We have this green color, it represents vegetation. Under vegetation, we have the agriculture, and we also have forest and wildlife. And these animals, they have a traditional meaning. They characterize what is known as our totem. Certain people originated from a particular area. So for myself, if my totem is that of an elephant, they can tell where I originate from. And it is normal to be addressed according to your totem. It's actually an honor. Like in the Portuguese context, there is tu and você. So Vimbai is equivalent to tu, and você is equivalent to my totem. So if I'm addressed by my totem, I feel honored. The regions of Zimbabwe, they have different rainfall, different temperatures, different soils. That is how they were characterized. So the different activities carried out in Zimbabwe are according to the natural regions. We have region 1 on the eastern part, which is on the Mozambican border. This region receives the highest rainfall. It has excellent soils and very good climate, and it's used to grow the high-value crops. Then we have region 2. This is where I live, this is where I was born, and this is where I work. Region 2 is the most productive part of the country. It's the breadbasket of the country, and it used to be the breadbasket of Africa. Then we have region 3, which is mainly used for livestock production, like our dairy, our milk comes from this region. Then we have regions 4 and 5. These are almost like the dry regions. Zimbabwe is one of the best weathers in the world. We don't have those extreme temperatures. Then we have this main global challenge, the climate change. It has affected our country, as we are known to be in a semi-arid region. We had floods in the eastern part of the country, whilst we're experiencing drought in the northern part of the country. These drought effects have prompted us to construct irrigation, especially in this region, which is meant to feed the country, because Zimbabwe used to be food secure. We could produce our own food and even export, but there are times when we have to import food, and we need to restore our status. So that is about irrigation development, and that is my profession. I am an irrigation engineer, and I'm into transforming rural livelihoods through irrigation development. So when there is a drought, sometimes there isn't enough water to irrigate. So there is need to look closely at water, and after 5 years in my profession, I decided to pursue studies in the water sector. That is when I did my master's, and I looked at water from all angles, like water for industry, water for domestic purposes, water for agriculture, and water for environment. And that is when I began to appreciate the concept of sustainability. We have one water, and you know, water is at the center of the UN Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development. And at University of Minho, they have a doctoral program in sustainable built environment. That is why I decided to enroll in that program, and that is what brought me to Portugal. My program is a 3-year program, and I can happily say in 2019 I really enjoyed. And when I came to Portugal, I was staying in Guimarães because I was attending lectures at Surem campus, so I was there for a semester. Then I moved to Braga because my supervisor, Professor José Vieira, is based here in Braga. I would confidently say that I adapted well, because my supervisor was, when he received me, he introduced me to the history of Portugal and also the history of Braga. And in Guimarães, I managed to see that place where Portugal was born. So Braga is an important district in the history of Portugal. And in my lab, I have Portuguese friends, Brazilian friends, and I also had a chance to interact with international friends through the language courses. I had a summer course at Babelium at the university, and I met different people there. It was so good. And during the Babelium courses, every weekend we'd have a trip. And I also had a chance to attend the courses offered by the municipality of Braga, the language courses run by Sonia. And there I also met so many international friends, and I'm proud to say I now have sisters and brothers from that class. So I can say I was received very well, and the municipality of Braga, they always send these emails so that we can have the conference, they ask about anything, and I think it's really good. I appreciate Braga, it's my home now. If I have to describe Braga, I would say Braga is a peaceful, beautiful, a historical place, and a home to many.